I think about, aren't we serving? Are we really, really serving every day? Are we trying to help the person in front of us? So this guy right here is Captain Jeff. And funny story, I was flying to Austin, Texas for a Texas SHRM meeting one day. And it was one of those days where I was running a little bit late to the airport, where the parking lot was full. Anybody with me? Yeah. It's like high anxiety. You're like, oh my gosh, I gotta catch my flight. So I finally found a parking space on the 4th level, and that's with no undercover parking. We all know where that's at. And I'm like rushing to the elevator. I finally get in the elevator and open the elevator door, and there's a pilot in the elevator and going down and saying, how you doing? So I'm doing pretty good, even though I'm like running a little bit behind here. And he said, where are you headed? Well, I'm headed to Austin, Texas. You on the 8 o'clock flight? I'm like, yeah, I am. And he said, I'm going to be flying you today. I'm Captain Jeff. I'm like, well, like, what are the odds? Aren't you supposed to be on the plane right now, like checking your controls? I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening here? So what's the first question you want to ask? Hey, is this your first flight? Like, I want to ask that, but I couldn't ask that. So it's like, hey, what kind of experience do you have? How long have you been flying? And we had a great conversation. He was an ambassador, like all the way there. And so he went towards the pilot. I went the other way for check-in for security. And he said, hey, Bruce, when you get on the plane, let him know I told you to come on back. We'll take a picture. I said, really? Okay. I like pictures. I like taking pictures. I like those moments. And so I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's great. We'll see you later. And I get on the plane, and I'm turning to the right, and there he is peeking out the window and says, hey, Bruce, come on back here. I'm like, who is this guy? Is he really a pilot? And so I'm like, okay. So I go in there, and so there's a co-pilot, and the co-pilot says, hey, get up, I'll go ahead and take the camera, I'll take pictures of y'all. We took pictures, and how's it feel, Bruce? And I'm just like, I'm on a high, like no other. So I finally go back to my seat, and I'm like wanting to tell everybody about this experience. Like, that was phenomenal. He didn't have to do that. He could have just walked by and said, hey, how you doing? Glad you're flying Southwest. No. And I talk to my company about that all the time. I'm like, let's take him on the moving truck. And my CEO's like, no, we're not going to do that, Bruce. Absolutely not. But we can do something, right? We can do something. Maybe we don't have an airplane to take pictures with them in, but we have something. We can serve them in some way. So a lot of times when we get